Team, I have a huge and epic secret that nobody talks about when it comes to preparing for a promotion or competition board. And I want to share this with you, and I want to get it out and encourage you to take advantage of it, because I think that you may find that it may help settle your nerves a little bit by giving you an inside scoop, if you will. So, what happens in a board is not a secret, right? It's not a secret proceeding where nobody can talk about what happens. Obviously, I share a lot with you all here on the channel from my perspective, questions that are asked and things that you can expect and things that you can have in your kit bag to help make sure that you are set up and prepared for success, man. That's what this channel is all about, right? Leader development, professional development, and helping you get some things inside of your rucksack, if you will, that maybe I didn't have, when I was coming up. And if that's what you're into and you're new to the channel, man, you know what to do. So, it can be intimidating to talk to a board member, to talk to that first sergeant or the CSM, and feel that maybe you are getting the right, truthful, most honest, upfront answers, right? It can be a challenge to even talk to platoon sergeants, because they are not in the boards themselves, right? The board panel members is just the CSM and those company first sergeants. So the platoon sergeants don't know what they don't know anymore. And the squad leaders may not be there except for, sponsoring a sergeant. And even they can be a little intimidating sometimes. Because of their job. Same with team leaders, right? I mean, you guys are supposed to be freaking animals, so you're not always the most approachable. But there is somebody who's extremely approachable, who will dish out the dirt on what you can expect. And that person is your board recorder. So if you look at your MOI, it's going to tell you all the president of the board, all the board members, and it's going to list out who that board recorder is going to be. This is the person who's sitting off in the corner, who's collecting all of the sheets and letting the president of the board know who's a go and who's a no-go. Typically, this is a junior enlisted soldier from your S1 shop. It could be a PFC, could be a specialist. Sometimes it'll be an NCO, but most of the time it is going to be a junior enlisted service member. They have the inside scoop of what to expect from all of the board members sitting on the board. They're the inside scoop to talk about who you should watch out for, what you can expect from each one, how they typically act in a board, as well as just their experience on what they've seen folks fail at, specifically for your battalion, and where folks have shown the good stuff, right? Does that make sense? And it's too easy for, a younger specialist to go talk to a PFC or a specialist in the S1 shop and say, hey, man, let's talk story. How many boards have you been a board recorder for? Oh, man, I've had like the last 6 months. Oh, really, man? What can you tell me? What can I expect? They're going to dish you the honest truth in a way that it's packaged that you can understand, right? It's not going to be censored. It's not going to be filtered. It's going to be the God's honest truth. And so if you're getting ready to prepare for your first board and you want to know what to expect, they're the ones to go chit-chat with, man. It could be, during, after PT. It could be at the DFAC. It could be in the barracks, whatever it is. If you have some nerves that are building up, then they're the ones to go talk to see if your nerves are justified, or to see if, they're not justified. And then continue to hone in on the things that you need to do to prepare for the board. Most importantly, in my opinion, is that first 2 minutes, right? I call it the 2-minute drill, right? It's going to enable you to crush every single board. So what does this 2-minute drill consist of? It consists of everything that happens from the time that you pound on that door until you're sitting in that chair. So we're talking about your uniform being correct, Right? We're talking about your SRB being updated. We're talking about your ability to march like a soldier, your reporting, your facing movements, saying the creeds, saying your bio with some confidence, knowing some basic Army values, right? And your general orders, all those basic things that we all forget about. And being able to sit down and knowing your unit history, right? So you get those first 2 minutes down. If you can sit down in that chair with all of your confidence and not one little smidgen of you is shook up, then odds are you're going to be a go at this station, because you got more confidence in your tank that you can lose with a couple I don't knows or whatever. So take that for what it's worth, team. Go find your board recorder and have a little chit chat. You know, it didn't have to be the secret squirrel mission of, hey, let's go meet up behind the battalion at 1705, you know, after the flag goes off, and tell me all the dirty secrets. Just have a real freaking conversation with the people, man. The real dudes, again, who's not going to, you know, tell you something that they think that you want to hear, or they're not going to hide things from you, because again, it's not a secret. So, you know, again, what can you expect from the president of the board? What can you expect from each company first sergeant? Which ones are the ones that are a little bit more of an animal, right? If you have one that is hard on attendees, I know this guy who's kind of hard on attendees. You kind of got to watch out for him. Then you may want to take your MOI, look at that board member's subject areas, and study them a little bit more. Does that make sense? Not saying that you shouldn't study all of them, but maybe with that one, you don't want a bunch of I don't knows, or a bunch of wrong answers, or a bunch of pulling crap out of your butt to try to answer the question. Which ones are a little bit softer, easier to get over? Again, it doesn't mean that you don't pay attention to those areas, because you don't want to set yourself up for failure. But if you know these things on the front end, as you're studying and as you are preparing for the promotion board or a competition board, it's going to give you a leg up for yourself, right? For yourself. That's what it's all about, is setting you up for success so that you have a successful board appearance. Team, if you've ever sat on a board, leave some comments down below. If you are a board recorder, if you've talked to the board recorder, come back and let us all know how that conversation went. That way we can continue to master our craft and develop our tactical virtue. Again, team, that's what this channel is all about, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And I appreciate you staying out there grinding and getting after the things that you need to get after. The mere fact that you're investing some of your time into your own professional development, if I can learn how to talk. It's a little chilly out here this morning. I gotta tell you, that really freaking pumps me up. Like, I'm super stoked to know and to realize and have the awareness that there's so many of you out there who are trying to put one foot in front of the other. Man, that's freaking awesome. So I appreciate each and every single one of you guys, man. Until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.